All right, guys, we're back. This is a new guest here. This is James. You guys definitely recognize him from his special feature he did not too long ago. Yeah, you want to hit a freestyle or you want to just get into it?
Yeah, let me hit a freestyle real quick. No, hey guys, what's up? It's me, James. You guys know me as Zerky, probably online on my TikTok persona or other YouTube endeavors, other entrepreneurial endeavors. But listen, we had an incredible World Cup. I texted Kyle. I'm like, we need to make an episode about this, or you need to make one. He's like, you want to be the co-host? And I'm like, absolutely, I want to talk about this. Because listen, I'm not going to lie. You know, obviously I had some goofs and some gaffes that I made about soccer, about football back in the winter of
March, yeah.
Yeah, March of last year, or this year. Wow, of March of this year. And it made me like kind of reflect and be like, you know what? I think I want to start watching football again, like seriously. Mm-hmm. So I watched the end of the Prem and I was like, dude, I forgot how much I love football and I love the lore. I love everything. And this World Cup, when I tell you it did not disappoint, dude, I don't think it disappointed.
No, and I think, I mean, I was definitely guilty of kind of assuming that it was not going to be as good because of all the controversy that surrounded it to start. But, you know, FIFA worked their magic with the script, and it was amazing.
Oh my God. The script
writers went out
wow. They must have thought in that boardroom for years about
they've been for 4 years they've had to plan this.
Today, I feel like Messi winning the World Cup.
I feel Messi. Yeah, no, they I don't know. I was captivated by everything that happened. I mean, there wasn't many dud games.
No.
There was obviously some games that were high scoring, but obviously everyone loves to see high scoring, lots of goals.
Yeah.
Lots of players performing that maybe don't always perform, but some players that are really in form.
Jeez, enter Valencia.
Yeah, my guy. Like, wow. I mean, I made jokes before the tournament starts. I'm like, he's going to get the golden boot. But then he scored those 2 goals. I'm like,
Might happen. Might happen.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was so many teams that were highly anticipated to do well and that flopped, and so many teams that came out of nowhere and did so well.
And, do you want to kind of go through maybe like we can do like flops and then teams that completely like caught us off guard as the
for sure. It's I have all the groups here. I mean, we can go through. I mean, what's off the top of your head? First thing I say flop. What do you think of?
Poland. Oh my God, flopped like crazy.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't think anyone expected them to really.
That's what I'm saying.
I
don't think you can say it's a flop. I mean, you could say they didn't do as well as you wanted them to, as the country would have liked them to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think
I think a lot of Poland fans might agree with me. I mean, obviously I'm Polish. I support those boys. I just think that we've built that team around Lewandowski so hardcore, and it's like
tried to.
Leva's not a playmaker. Like guys, like he's not a playmaker. He's a finisher. He's one of the best finishers.
No
period.
Doubt. No doubt. Of all time.
Like even when he went, you know, from Bayern to Barca, and was just, I'm gonna say it in German, but even when he went. Even when he went from like Bayern to Barca and just showed up, he was still scoring goals. He was still being clinical. Like, I feel like the Polish national team is so like, oh my gosh, he's our best player. Like, we have to build our team around him. But still, time and time again, it's like he's playing like a target man, kind of. Like they're trying to feed the ball into him.
They're trying to give it to him to play with his back towards goal so he can release it to these guys in the wings. But the problem is they don't have good guys in the wings. They don't have guys that can create something 1v1, that can give him a good ball to finish.
Exactly.
They have a lot of guys who have one thing that they're... Are you serious right now? They have one thing that they're really good at. Like Frankowski, he can dribble sometimes.
Yeah.
But sometimes it doesn't work.
Exactly.
You know, Zielinski, they have these guys that can do something sometimes, but one thing they've never had is a consistent guy that can, like a creative 8, a guy who's consistent. I think that's the biggest key, because they have guys that have their moments, for sure, no doubt. They have guys. Are you serious right now? They have guys that have their moments, and they have guys that can build something together, string some play together. But it's never the full 90 minutes. There's never a 3-game stretch where they can always do it and give a ball to Leva. But because let's be real here. Levick is not going to give him. He's not going to create himself a goal. He's not going to dribble through 9 guys, he's not going to fire it about him corner. He needs a ball that's given to him in a good area where he can turn and shoot, or he needs a ball that's in the air. He can win a crazy header, and that's his skill set.
Right,
and he's good at it. But you can't expect him to be Messi.
Yeah,
and it's a fair thing to say, but like, it's just reality. It's just the reality of it.
Yeah.
We had a kitty here.
We do have a kitty on the. No, I agree. And, I think I think the expectation in the country has been set so high because of the 2016 Euros. Like, we're just stuck in the past. Like, we're trying to play this counterattack style that worked.
No doubt.
For like when one tournament, and we would score 1 goal and defend the entire game, which we would have to pray to defend. Gleek, exactly. Common Gleek. But you would see, like, against Argentina, a prime example, like, you can't defend the whole game. You can't. As much as you want to try, you just can't. Although we had a couple of chances, but I think it's just one of those things. I think a lot of, Polacy, a lot of Polish fans out there, they want Poland to be like a Croatia. They want them to be like a Denmark, not this Denmark, but the Denmark that we knew a year ago, recent past. But it's like we're just not that guy. And I think we got to be okay with that. And I don't know if we're going to be back in the World Cup for a while. So to be honest, getting out of the group compared to what the disaster in 2018, where it was like, 2016 Euros, we were incredible. We're going to steamroll. Who do we have? Like Senegal? We were like, Senegal. And it was just like, just getting smacked in the face. Colombia, in the face. Yeah,
Senegal, Colombia, and Japan, I think.
Yeah, Japan as well. Like, it's, at least it's an improvement. At least, like, we showed up for the Saudi Arabia game, and at least Szczęsny was cracked. Because he was. So good for Szczęsny. Okay, I'm happy for him. But
oh my gosh.
Yeah, who do you think flopped?
I love what you said about Poland. I mean, I think I kind of want to first of all piggyback on the Poland thing and and that someone in your group, which I think suffers from the same exact fate, not the same exact but similar, as Mexico. They've had there's so many similarities. This very high hopes from the fans, very much success in the past. Never been able to have a good manager that can string together some success. Never had.
Yeah, but dude, this manager especially though, Tata, like,
he's horrible. He's had so many. That roster is full of talent.
Yeah,
and full of guys, or even not even the roster from the World Cup. Guys that have. That didn't get called up.
Yeah.
Guys that are in form that are getting ignored, and they're just getting ignored and not getting the chance that they should have. And it sucks. It sucks for the Mexican fans because they have so much talent. They have these guys that can perform, but it's not happening.
And they have so much passion behind that team. Yeah. They love that team. It's not like they're performing and people are like half and half. Like, I know that Brazil has been a divide. Like, there's been a pretty big disconnect between like the Brazilian national team and the country. It seemed to kind of get better. I feel like this World Cup, I might be mistaken. I'm not Brazilian. I don't really keep up. I just know Richarlison does the pigeon dance. But all I know is, like, dude, and you talk to any Mexico fan, like, they love that team. Yes. And it's just, it's that similar fate. Yeah, and it sucks.
As they should, but they think about, I think it was the Saudi Arabia game. I think they were 1-0 down, and Irving Lozano, I think it was. He was doing really well dribbling past guys, and they take him off in the 60th for Raul Jimenez, who needs a Lozano to create for him.
Yeah.
And it was just like, what are we doing? And we're not calling up guys that need to be called up. But I don't know. They are a similar fate. But I think, back to the flop thing, the first thing that comes to my head when I hear flop was Belgium.
Yeah.
Are we kidding?
Yeah.
This team is 3rd ranked in the world.
And just didn't show up.
Like, and obviously we all know that they have aging problems, but I think the biggest thing is just where is their young talent? Where is their young defenders? What are we doing? They don't have a single defender under 32 years old on that roster.
Wow.
That's horrendous.
Yeah, that's really bad.
And their center backs, Vertonghen and Alderweireld, who should be in a retirement home by now, they're walking on crutches out there. How are they supposed to defend against Alphonso Davies? How are they supposed to defend against Hakim Ziyech? Like, what are they? It's just fair to them. They had some great prime days.
They did.
But it's not that. Those aren't the days now. Like, it's
plus,
just,
like, Just,
it's just done.
Just mentally, they're lacking. Like, you talk
Yeah,
about
I mean, obviously-
clutch moments. I mean, obviously, everyone's going to look at Lukaku, like the 3 chances in like a couple of minutes that he
Yeah.
bottled each one.
Yeah, just horrible attempts at goal.
I think it's like they came in with such low confidence. For what reason?
I don't know.
You have.
I think there was so many problems in the dressing room, to be honest.
I think so too. Just from the way that De Bruyne was speaking about it, and he's
Yeah.
usually very like positive and honest about his team.
And positive,
And, like,
if not just passive. Like, he won't say anything.
He won't say anything, but he was just like, "Yeah, I don't think we're gonna win. I think we're too old." Like, De Bruyne is saying that. He's captain, right, of the team.
He was
He was
in the World Cup. Yeah.
He was in the World Cup. Your captain is saying, "I don't think we're gonna win," before you even like gotten out of the groups. Like,
Yeah. No,
What?
even like the Australian teams and the smaller nations are like, we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna do our best.
Exactly. Yeah.
But like one of the top favorites is gonna say we're not.
They just
winning
said, "Nah." Yeah.
Like
Same thing
that
with-
just says a lot. I mean, if that's what's coming out to the media, there's got to be all like the tip of the iceberg. There's got to
Oh,
be the
yeah.
got to be
can
some
only
madness going on.
imagine.
Exactly. There's got to be so much disagreement, so much unrest, and
just
it sucks.
It sucks because it's just wasted potential.
wasted potential of De Bruyne's whole career, basically.
Eden
Of guys like Hazard.
Yeah.
Like it really sucks
Yeah.
because they could really do so much, put so much for a team, but it's just not getting reciprocated by some other teammates and by the coach and by I don't know. There's a lot going on. I think
Who else did Belgium have in their group?
Belgium had Canada, Morocco, and Croatia.
Canada, Morocco, and Croatia.
Yeah. It's a tough group.
Tough group.
I mean, at first glance, probably before the World Cup started, we thought they were going to get top easily,
Oh yeah.
but they got third.
And
Almost
then-
got fourth, but
Then Morocco was born.
Morocco was born.
Yeah.
Morocco was born. I mean, if we want to leapfrog off of flops and go to the shining stars,
Oh, let's do it.
the guys we didn't think would do well, but it's shown out. I mean, Morocco has to be top of the list. I mean, no doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, fourth place. First Africa team to ever make a semifinal.
Fire.
Best performance ever by an African team in a World Cup, and it's just no one predicted it. I mean,
Yeah.
I was just going through. I mean, you've probably seen it on social media. Everyone's like, "Yeah, they're going to get bottom." Like beforehand, all the predictions were fourth. Nothing was expected of them. Nobody knew any of their names. Nothing was expected of them.
Just like I feel like teams that were not. I mean, you talk about like Asia and Africa, they showed up to this competition.
Yes.
Like they showed up and in a way that really makes like for me,
Yeah.
a lot of people are saying, "Oh, because it's going to shift in terms of like the, traditionally we've always known like European and South American teams are the best."
Yeah, 'cause
It's
they
just
get all the shining lights.
all the shining lights, all the talent, they have the money there. But I think like, dude, I mean,
It could be a shift coming.
it could be a shift. Senegal?
Japan.
Looked good. Even South Korea at moments.
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
No,
really,
I mean,
really
I think
good.
I think what they thrive on is not expecting the expectations that's set on them are so low, and they're like, good.
Let's
Don't
do it.
good. Like, thank you. Like, we're gonna show you guys like. Which I think is awesome.
Right.
Hell yeah. Like they're expected to do so bad, and they can only
go up.
they can only exceed
They can only do
expectations.
better.
They
Yeah.
can only exceed because if you can't go below whatever they're expected of. No, Japan crushing those huge teams in their group, getting top of their group.
Yeah.
You kidding me? With Spain, Germany, you're getting top. That's unreal.
That's
That's
crazy.
like awesome.
Yeah.
That's like so cool to see. Because I mean, nobody really can predict the upsets of who's gonna be that team that's gonna shine and come out of nowhere.
Right.
Nobody knows who it's gonna be.
It's just
there's always some.
There's always some, and it's always just about who
Wants it.
wants
Yeah,
to step
exactly.
up. And like, what do you think, in your opinion, Kyle, was like the divisive thing that had Morocco just locked in every game?
It was their defense. Their
It was
defense
just their
was
defense?
on another level. They had the best defense in the tournament by far.
Yeah.
No bigger team had a better defense. Argentina's was shaky the whole time.
Yeah.
France's was okay. I mean, obviously, their expectations are so high because their defenders are top class.
Yeah.
But I think Morocco outplayed everyone's defense.
Mm-hmm.
They were winning every aerial battle. They were stepping into the right challenges. They were working as a unit, coming forward, falling back. Offset. They were pulling off some great offside traps.
Yeah.
And it's just so awesome because you can't you can't. That doesn't happen overnight. That's
No,
that's a continuous effort. That's a team that wants to fight for each other. That's a coach that's implementing this strategy and this system, and that's bringing these players together.
Yeah.
And it works. Obviously,
does.
and cherry on top is a great goalkeeper, which Bono has. He was awesome.
Bono stepped up.
And that's the cherry on top, which brings them together and gives them that confidence that if a ball gets past us, he might save us. Because I think some nations, and I mean, I've suffered that myself as a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
We'll get into that another time. But like, just having a top class goalkeeper behind that great defense, it just fills everyone with so much confidence that you're not gonna score on us.
Yeah.
They didn't concede a goal until the semifinal. That is unreal.
That's crazy.
That's unreal.
Yeah.
For a top team, that's crazy. But for a team like Morocco expected to get fourth, that's awesome. And that's the best thing that's happened this tournament. Because once you have that solid foundation of defense, it gives your attackers the freedom that if we lose the ball, it'll be okay. We'll get it back. Our defenders will work for us. I'm going to bat the best defensive midfielder at the World Cup all over the place, winning balls and sending them forward to Ziyech and their forwards. I don't know everyone's names, but but it's just that gives everyone the creative freedom and the creative ability to do what they want and to create these chances and to work in the spaces that they've been created by the defense. Because once you have that foundation, once you have that solid back, there's nothing else that you can really ask for from a forward's perspective. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that just propels them into every game, knowing, okay, you're not going to score on us. We're going to work our hardest to score on you. Like we're giving them it's like check,
Yeah.
It's like check.
Checkmate.
Like, okay, what's your move now?
Yeah.
You're not gonna score on us. What are you gonna do? Like,
And those are tough games to play. Like, I can only imagine when you're going into a game, you're like, on paper, this team should be steamrollable, but you're playing, you're like, what is going on? Like, what like, why are they decent? And then it gets in your head. And I think like Morocco, once they started going on the Cinderella story, oh, dude, they were unstoppable. Going into the game against Portugal, it's like imagine the entire world just rooting against you.
Exactly.
That like, I feel
the entire world wants Ronaldo to make it to the final.
Exactly. Or the entire world is rooting for Messi to win the World Cup, and you're 23-year-old Mbappe, and you clutch. You
play the game of your life.
You play the game of your life and you still come up short. But it's okay because you have a future behind you.
Time.
Yeah, you have time.
He doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't. That's true.
I don't know. Give me 1 sec.